Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. In this video, I want to talk about the companion. This is a derby-style cane that I designed with DNR Woodworks. I've had quite a few people order this cane. They really love it. And they wanted me to show some techniques that are really easy to use with the companion for self-defense. Now, the companion is a derby-style cane. And on the palm grip area, one of the things that we had done is we narrowed it down a little bit because you can get a fatter one as well, but this one here is a little bit more narrowed down so your palm will rest very well on there. You can extend this part out a little bit more to if you have a bigger hand and you want to rest your palm on there. But we also designed a little bit of this section right here to be a little bit more of a point, because I like to call this end right here the hammer and this end right here the chisel. So when I have to defend myself, I have two different ways I can do this. Now, when I was designing the companion, I went ahead, just like I did with the Urban Defender and the Shadowhawk, I ran a teardrop just through the center of it. I didn't run it all the way down because I wanted to have it just in a certain portion of that. So when I'm blocking against strikes or I'm using it for enclosed as well as a distance strike, I can still cut into somebody and cause some pain. Now, there are no grips on the companion, but you really don't need them for what you're going to work this cane for. Now, this cane is also made out of hickory and it is extremely strong. And don't ever worry about it because you think it's a two-part cane. The creators of this cane, of my design, but the people that made it for me, DNR Woodworks, this is made extremely strong. Not only is this attached solid, but it also has a very high epoxy that keeps it, besides being in there with a bolt, it's also in there extremely well designed with epoxy where it will not come off. It will not break off. It is designed to stay on there. It is not a solid piece when you go through a metal detector where it's going to buzz or nothing. So you can take this on a plane with no problem. Now, when you're holding this, whether you're holding the companion in a traditional grip or you have it turned around because you like to feel more supported on that, you have several ways to strike. Number one, you have your vertical right to the groin strikes, whether it's this way here or whether I'm here, popping like this. Now, as you're coming up and popping, whether it's from here straight into the groin or whether you have your hand inverted this way here and you're hitting here, you still have the ability to not only pop, pull back, and go into a two-hand bayonet strike. Now, from here in a regular grip, and you notice my hand always comes up. I say that 100 times for every video. It has a job. It has a purpose. I never just want to leave my hand around when I'm swinging because A, I could catch myself, or B, why not use it for other stuff? Man, I may have to gouge this person in the eye if I'm in close. I may have to grab hold of them as I'm hitting them. I may have to block. So this hand has a job. Keep it up and use it. Now from here, a simple technique, he comes in or he throws a punch, I'm redirecting it, smacking him into the groin, pulling back, automatically I'm into a two-hand bayonet strike. Now notice as I do that and I pull back, my hand automatically just shifts over, grabs and hits. But let's say you have it this way and you pop it up from here. It doesn't matter. You can simply shift over, grab and hit, or you can give it a supporting strike. From here, I can just hold this in right here and come in and give it more of a supporting strike. So I can do that bayonet strike like I would with a crook cane. Now, on the swinging of the cane itself, it's no different than any other cane. You can either chamber down and swing, or if you really, depending on how big or whatever kind of derby style cane you have, with the companion, I tell everybody the same thing. Just take your thumb, you're here, my thumb, act like I'm cocking a firearm, and now it's loaded in my hand. I've shown this 100 different times. My hand is here, I do that, and it locks up. So I don't really have to try to have a hard time going over that grip. I'm here, I simply did that, now I'm locked and loaded, either the ribs, face, or the leg. It doesn't matter. Once I get that over, I have that grip and I can swing and go into whatever technique I want. Now, with the teardrop, besides having a nice advantage of when someone's swinging a hard haymaker and you're going to cut into them and bust into that arm and then strike out. You can also do a rifle strike to the face, to the throat, anywhere you need to. You can smack that arm out of the way, and that nice edge fold right there bites into that arm, bites into those bones. When I'm striking with the companion, I can come down with this part, or give it a couple of more inches and come down just like I was coming down with a knife edge right on a collarbone. And I guarantee you it's going to injure that collarbone. Obviously, worst case scenario, if I have to go to the head, we do understand there is a high chance of this being a fatal hit. So we hopefully never have to do that. But I have no illusions if I have 2 or 3 young guys coming at me, first guy's getting knocked in the head. Sorry. I'm too old to play, movie fight with these guys. That ain't going to happen. First guy gets this, then the next guy may get this. But going back to the features of using this, that edge part right there doesn't have to go to the head. It can come down on that collarbone. It can hit those ribs. He's reaching for you. I can move around, come down on those jointed areas. Besides hitting that arm, I can hit that elbow. I can hit that wrist. He's reaching. I'll come down on those fingers. They're going to break. He's going to pull back. That knee, why not? He sticks it out. There it is. So as I'm sitting here, I may do this, do that, do that. It depends. Now, let's say I'm older. I don't have that speed. That's okay. If I can just shift a little bit, and I got that cane here, if I can swing it, I can catch something. I could go for that knee, pop that knee a little bit, make them kind of pull back. It's a piece of wood. Hit that knee. Hit that knee. Understand, if he's a lot younger, a lot bigger, a lot stronger, you're a lot older, it's a little arthritis going or something, compensate shots. If you don't feel that a shot to his collarbone is going to slow him down, then hit him in the head. You don't have to hit him with everything you have. You have to hit him enough to make him do this. Now, I'm not telling you to go around hit people in the head because you want to. It depends on how serious the situation is. Because understand, anytime we hit somebody with anything, there's going to be a legal matter to deal with, good or bad. So just be prepared for that as well. But again, I'm talking about the things you can do with the companion. It's a beautiful cane, but we haven't gotten to the part I like best, the top. Now, remember how I said I call this one the hammer? I call it the hammer because that's kind of what it reminds you of in a way. Nice solid piece. It doesn't matter. Whatever I hit, I'm going to definitely hurt. Come down that collarbone, boom, I'm going to break it. Yes, we talked about the head again, obviously. He's reaching for me. Come down on those hands, break them. Like I was talking about using the teardrop, use that part. His knee, bam. Remember the good old saying, they can't walk, they can't chase you. His ribs, same thing. Now let's say you're a lot older. You're starting to get a little more arthritis. Let's say you're smaller and they're bigger. And you're not sure that this is going to do it. Maybe you're not sure this is going to do it. Well, then we go to the chisel. We spin that bad boy around. That little sharp point right there, it's going to make it more concentrated. It's going to isolate the pinpoint areas that you want to hit. It's like just hitting them with that chisel, hammering that chisel in. So now I happen to have it turned this way. I can come down on that collarbone. That's going to hit, cause injuries. Yes, again, we talked about the head. I could cause injury. I could catch the side of the head. Now, obviously, catching the side of the head isn't much different than catching the top. Your brain floats in there. You can cause death. So, again, this whole area, if your life is on the line, then you got to think about it. Now, into the ribs, with that nice point, that's going to hurt. That's going to bust into a rib. Again, the knee. Pop that knee. Not to mention either the hammer or the chisel into the groin. You catch Big Al and the twins, he is definitely backing up, if not going down. Now, another thing about this is the configuration of this. I love how it's similar to an open hand. fits perfectly right in that throat. So now I'm sitting here, whether I have the cane on the floor and he comes in, I shift and pop straight in. And all I did from there, whether I have it this way, I redirected, I shifted my thumb to where I wanted it, brought it up, and I hit. If I'm doing this way, the same thing. I just shifted down and I hit. It won't matter whether I hit them holding it this way or holding it this way. It's going to do its job. Remember the other golden rule. If they can't breathe, they can't fight. He's too busy fighting for his own oxygen, let alone trying to take mine. So that's perfect. He's coming in, I strike. Canes in my hands, I've got options. I can hit him in the face. You know, if you go to the solar plex, instead of hitting them flat out, because you get some guy that's been in the gym, pretty good sized packs, or even a big guy, try to turn a little bit more this way to see if you can't pop more into there better. But remember, okay, right now we're in spring. Weather's getting nice in Florida. But so we're not wearing jackets or nothing. But if you're somewhere where it's still cold, he's got a big thick jacket on. That hit may not do so good because it's a thick. He's riding a motorcycle. He's got those skid resistant plates in that jacket. Maybe that doesn't fit. Hell, he could be wearing a bulletproof vest. Who knows? So this shot here may not do it with any cane, but I guarantee you right there will. You know, again, back down low. Even strike that if he's trying to kick. So besides doing your basic swings, with the companion, you also have that teardrop that I can either bite into, block into, redirect, and just jam them with it. Then I have the top part. Again, hammer or chisel. Now, again, this part here, it's perfectly in the throw. He could be throwing a punch and I can catch him into the shoulder blade because that fits and hits back. I can kind of jam him a little bit. And don't think that you just have to hit with the chisel, the hammer, or the front part. I can slap downward motion. I can actually slap him upside the face like this. There are different avenues I can travel. You know, I can catch him upside the face. He's reaching, I can slam this down right on those knuckles. Get off me and back. Comes in, pop those knuckles. Well, again, yeah, I know I go to the head a lot because this is a bad world out there. I come down with those hands, hit that rib. This cane is strong and durable, yet still light enough to carry. Beautiful looking, and it works well when you need it. Not to mention, it doesn't look like a weapon. You definitely can take it anywhere because I've taken this thing on planes. People that have this, so you can carry this anywhere. It's just a beautiful, nice self-defense cane. So for those of you that have one and are wanting me to show the best ways to use it, there you go. Those are the features. Again, hammer, chisel, straight shots, slap shots, long hits, using that teardrop nozzle, cutting and striking and hammering down. So hopefully that helps. I'll put a link below if you're interested where to contact and ask them about this kind of a cane. Again, Gary Hernandez, thank you very much. And I will see everybody real soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.